Okay, week 3, assignment 5. I'm assuming that you have read page 4 and page 5 in the textbook, and we're going to go through some of these examples so that you are more prepared for the assignment. In this example, this is right out of the book. Michelle invests $15,000 in a partnership that has 4 other partners, which means there's 5 partners. The total investment of all the partners is $240,000, but they did not invest equally. Some invested larger amounts than others. The question is, what percent of the business does Michelle own? Well, she bought in for $15,000, right? And the total investment from all the investors was $240,000. Okay. So here's how we figure out the percent that she owns. We're going to represent Michelle's investment as a fraction of the total investment. Okay. And then we're going to convert that fraction, to a decimal, and then write as a percent. So her investment was $15,000. The total investment was $240,000. If you divide 15,000 divided by 240,000, you get 0.0625. To find that as a percent, or to convert that to a percent, you simply need to multiply times 100, and then you would get 6.25%. So Michelle owns 6.25% of this partnership. She's going to be a small part of the ownership. She only owns 6.25%. So let's try one of these here. Check your understanding. So Kyle invests $20,000 in a partnership that has 5 other partners. The total investment of the partners is $160,000. That's the total from everybody. What percent of the business is owned by the 5 other partners? Not what Kyle owns, but what percent of the business is owned by the 5 other partners? Well, we have to figure out first the dollar amount that the other 5 partners have invested. Well, if Kyle has invested $20,000 and the total investment was $160,000, the first thing I'm going to do is figure out, I'm going to take Kyle's part out, and that would leave me with what the other 5 invested. And $160,000 minus $20,000 would be $140,000. So that's the dollar amount that the other 5 partners have invested. To get their percentage, we're going to do the same thing that we did up here. We're going to take their invested amount and we're going to divide it by the total amount invested, which would be $160,000. So we're going to convert that to a decimal, and if you divided $140,000 divided by $160,000, you get 0.875. That's the decimal version, but I need the percent. So I have one last step, and that's to multiply times 100. If I multiply that times 100, then I'm going to get 87.5%. That's what represents the ownership from the other 5 partners. So Kyle has a small part, and the other 5, their total is 87.5%.